Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In case you're new here, my name is Kim. This is Core Union. I was just inspired to come on very quickly. I've had the last couple videos that I did were really wonderful success stories to inspire you guys. Today, the message is simple. It's that you're doing this to awaken to yourself, to your power, to loving yourself, to choosing yourself, adoring yourself, valuing yourself, to being who you were actually created to be. God doesn't make mistakes. You were literally engineered. You were engineered to have a fulfilling and beautiful life where you get to enjoy love, friendships, or relationships of all different kinds. You get to have security, financial health. You get to be physically healthy. You get to have a home that you enjoy living in that is your safe sanctuary, where you can shut out the world, where you and your mirror soul are able to enjoy a fruitful and happy life. You get to have all of that. If you desire it, then you get to have all of that. And the only reason why maybe it hasn't happened yet in your reality is because you were accidentally believing that you weren't worthy or deserving of it. And that is okay. You've never gone. Sometimes people think, am I too broken? Because of the things that I grew up with, because of the things that happened to me? Is it just not in the cards for me in this lifetime? And then they just kind of give up. And then they kind of put themselves almost as if, I don't know, it's like they put themselves in this lifestyle where they just shut out all good things because they feel like, they're limiting themselves basically. And no, it is never too late. You've never gone too far. And if you're trying to manifest something and it just seems that it keeps like it's not happening, or you feel like, you almost had it and then it went away again. You almost had it, it went away again. It's baked into the human experience to have these limits to kind of feed into our victim state a little bit in our ego, and that's okay. So you're a multi-dimensional being having a human experience, not a human having just a spiritual experience. Hopefully that made sense. But when you go deep into loving yourself and accepting yourself, and you're living from your soul, you're living from the core of you, from this harmonious power, stability, grounded strength. When you live from that energy, so you tap into that energy the moment that you wake up, and then you stay embodying that energy. So that's really truly deeply appreciating yourself and life, and that you're not waiting. You're not waiting for anything or anyone to validate who you actually are. And when you're loving yourself deeply at that soul level, then anyone and everyone that are your divine messengers in your reality will reflect that love, that depth back to you through trust, through appreciation, through choosing you, through prioritizing you, through wanting to spend time with you, wanting to do nice things with you. On a deep level, when you are manifesting your mirror soul, when you want to be, which it already exists, when you want to be together in a physical 3D relationship with your mirror soul, when you are loving yourself deeply at that soul level, you are automatically loving them. Show yourself all of that love through taking care of your mind, body, and soul, listening to yourself and your needs, doing things for yourself, treating yourself like gold, and that your life, you're not waiting, you're not anxious, you are living in fulfillment. Every moment, there are so many things in your life right now that are fulfillment that maybe you're not noticing. So start to notice those things. When you are choosing yourself and loving yourself, you are automatically loving your person as well, because they're not separate from you. They are within you, and you're within them too. And when you are loving and valuing yourself and choosing yourself, they're going to be doing things in their reality too, which this part, it's not up to you to control. So the how and the when and all of that, it's not up to you to control. And you don't have to wonder, is it being felt on an energetic level in their core? Yes, 1,000,000% it is. Okay. So don't wonder about that anymore. Stay focused on loving yourself. And when it comes to you and them, think more like we, us, our. And what I loved about yesterday's success story with when my client said that in terms of quantum leaping with her person, quantum leaping into the life together, she was leaving her person in the old in because she was thinking about him accidentally in the old way, from the old self-concept, the old concept of him. And it wasn't until she could detach from all of that that then she was able to really have that quantum leap and experience the two of them harmoniously together. Now now they're engaged. So bring your person along with you when you're leveling yourself up, level your person up with you, but don't accidentally make all of your work be only about your person, because then you are actually draining yourself. You guys are thinking of things from a material world, from this solidified matter, but I want you to shift and stop thinking of life only from this solidified world. You're experiencing the physical experience of life, but life is deeper than that. The energy behind your thoughts, behind your decisions, behind your choices is what really truly matters. And like I always like to say too, let me just fix that. Sorry. What I always like to say too is the energy behind your intentions matters. It matters a lot. Okay. And eventually, when you shift out of the human conditioned programming and you're patient with yourself and you're loving with yourself, you will eventually feel much more empowered. You'll feel much more love for yourself. You'll see life differently. You literally will look at your entire environment. I promise you, and I swear to you, you will see others in your reality differently. I went through something years ago that was a very traumatic experience, had nothing to do with my mirror soul, had nothing to do with them at all. It was something related to the business that I had previously manifested to prove that manifestation was real. And it was an extremely successful experiment, I must add. Over the years, it brought in millions of dollars. I had wonderful relationships with my clients, a ton of wonderful experiences. Anyway, it taught me a lot about manifestation. And during that time in my life, in case you're new on the channel, I did manifest a good number of dream homes. I also manifested dream cars, all of that. Long story, without going into all of it, there was something that happened and it was extremely painful, but it was good because it was actually part of the bridge. It was supposed to happen. I'm thankful and grateful, blessed for it now that it happened. At the time when it happened, it really did suck. I can't tell you with words. There are no words to say how much it sucked and how painful it was. And I was really in my ego and blaming myself for a lot of things. When that got reflected back to me, and in the most painful way that it was for me, I went deep within that and I recognized that the only reason that I wasn't being seen or heard or valued or treated the way I wanted to be treated or trusted was because I had lost trust within myself because of the traumatic thing that I had manifested, which was actually a bridge, and a perfect bridge. Does this make sense? And so until I was able to let myself feel the pain, let myself forgive myself, go back and do a little revision the way I chose to do it, and then allow myself to truly love myself and forgive myself for thinking, literally forgive myself for blaming myself. And then as soon as I did that, then boom, everyone in my reality that were divine messengers of mine were able to then see me, choose me, love me, forgive me, and trust me when I was able to give that to myself. Okay. So, anyway, this is just a channeled message. This is what was in my heart to share. Please do affirm down below that you have received this message some way, somehow, however you want to say it. I love you guys so much. If you need me, just reach out and I will talk to you soon. Bye. Nothing can come, nothing can come,
Nothing can come between us.